Hey guys, John here, and welcome to ThatJohnShow. Alright guys, so a few days ago, June 3rd, the Rolling Stones, they played a gig in Chicago, and they had a special guest, and it happened to be Taylor Swift. With Taylor Swift, they sung As Tears Go By. And whilst Mick Jagger noted that the band hadn't performed this in a while, that's good for the fans, he also suggested that they were going to receive help from a special guest, and a lot of people went to the internet. They sort of claim this to be the death of rock and roll. Now I reckon that's already happened way back, don't worry about that, that's already happened. On this, I've sort of seen the prices of the Rolling Stones ticket when my mates wanted to go see them in London, and I just started to think about it and start to dissect it. So this is me giving you the results of my dissection. Rolling Stones gig that happened in Chicago with Taylor Swift, the prices were between $85 to $600 per ticket, which is between about £55 and about £390. This seems like a lot of money, and it is, but is it too much, or is it fine? How can we work out the value of a gig? Well, there's many different ways. The first way I thought is to just calculate it objectively. So what better way to work this out than to go to iTunes? On iTunes, a single song is on average 99p, and the Rolling Stones that night, they played about 22 songs. So using the 99p, we can actually work out that the commercial value, if you will, of this gig actually came to about £21.78p. £21.78p? £21.78p. 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 £21.78p, that's quite a bit under the £55 to £390 mark. But does this really give us a conclusive answer? It would make a great 2-minute video, but there are definitely more variables. Firstly, which doesn't really get taken into account, but there was a comedic value that's in between songs. That definitely happens with bands like Blink-182, and I imagine there is a bit in the Rolling Stones, so you don't get that off an album, or certainly off iTunes if you get in each individual song. Secondly, surprises, whether they be good or whether they be bad, not naming names, even though we're talking about the gig that Taylor Swift was at, I'm not naming names. To try and get some more understanding on this price, we can look throughout the years of the Rolling Stones to see why the value has increased and decreased on tickets. Their first ever gig was July 12th, 1962. It was in the Marquee Club in London, and this club had a load of different acts at the time, including Led Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix, The Who, Pink Floyd, these sort of acts. So the Rolling Stones fit in quite well. And this was their first gig on July 12th, and they played 18 songs in that one gig. I haven't found exact information on the price tickets for this, but I believe it was a club that had free entry, so really you're just paying for the drinks in the club, that was all. So when they were playing 18 cover songs, none of their original songs, the price was basically free, it's just what you paid for drinks. But when you get to the stage where they've got 8 hits in the UK and the US, that's when it changes. One thing that always contributes to the value of certain goods is availability. If you look at business availability, demand changes the price of the products. That always happens. Now with this 50th anniversary tour the Rolling Stones are doing, they've got 22 dates, and with 13.5 million likes on Facebook, where they could have more or less fans, but let's just call it 13.5 million fans for now. There is clearly more, but we'll just call it that. It doesn't seem very likely that they can accommodate all of their fans. Again, linking to availability, what a lot of people are speculating is that this might be their last tour, or any variables as in one of them might not be doing it but the rest will. These sort of things, they all contribute to the price. Now if they do another tour after, you can expect it might even be more expensive because they're older, or there might be more special treats, I don't know. Whilst the Stones have an average year between them of 68 years, 297 days, the judges are just under with 66 years and 324 days, which, is quite incredible. To me, these ticket prices, people squabbling about them on the internet, I do believe they charge too much. I'm not saying that's their fault. It could be their tour manager or the record label or just any, you know, thing to do with the music business. But if people are always willing to pay these prices, you know, you can expect they'll always charge these. There's nothing new there. So it's a bit bad. There isn't really a point to this video, and I've probably just wasted about 3 or 4 minutes of your life. But at the end of the day, the value of a gig is personal, so that's why there shouldn't be any internet squabbling about this at all. It's personal at the end of the day, and people should just leave it at that. People can decide whether it's too expensive or not expensive, but that's just my 2 cents. Thanks so much for watching That John Show. Any questions or anything you think I've got wrong, message me, or, you know, write in the comments. Video response, that's great. Like the video if you liked it, share it with your friends, all that stuff. And thanks for watching. Bye.